Do you know how much this dress costs? More than everything you've owned in your entire miserable life.
The sound of Amina's hand striking the 68-year-old woman's face echoed through the entire market. What she didn't know was that that single slap would cost her family everything. Let me take you back to where it all began.
The afternoon sun blazed over the bustling Waterloo market in Monrovia. Vendors shouted their prices while customers haggled for bargains. The air was thick with the scent of dried fish, ripe papayas, and toasted groundnuts. Amina was 19 years old. She wore flashy gold accessories and an immaculate white embroidered gown. She strutted through the packed marketplace as though she owned it. Her designer purse swayed as she shoved past an elderly vendor. "Out of my way! Can't you see I'm passing through?" Amina yelled at a teenage boy balancing a tray of plantains. The boy stumbled and nearly dropped his goods. Forgive me," he stammered. "You peasants are constantly blocking my path." Amina flipped her hair and continued walking. Her stiletto heels clicked sharply against the dusty pavement. Her closest friend, Zainab, hurried behind her looking distressed. "Amina, that was unnecessary. He's just a child." "Zainab, enough. These villagers understand nothing but force. You must establish dominance." Amina examined her manicured nails. "My father built his empire so I wouldn't tolerate disrespect from market dwellers." By the produce section, Mama Fotu was struggling. The 68-year-old woman had compassionate eyes and weathered skin. She carried 2 bulging sacks of yams. Her wrapper was faded but spotless. She moved carefully because her joints ached. "Allow me to assist, Mama," offered Beatrice, a 20-year-old vegetable seller. "Bless you, daughter. These old bones don't work like they used to." Mama Fotu's smile was warm. As they navigated between the stalls, Mama Fotu's bag accidentally brushed against Amina's gown, leaving a smudge of dirt. Amina froze. Her eyes widened with rage. "What's your problem?" Amina's voice pierced the market noise. "Are you completely blind?" Mama Fotu turned, startled. "Oh, child, please forgive me. I wasn't watching. Amina's scream grew louder. "See what you've done to my outfit. Do you have any idea what this cost? More than you've earned in your entire miserable existence." The marketplace fell silent. Merchants and shoppers stopped to observe. Mama Fotu's hands trembled. "Please, I apologize. Let me wipe it for you. Clean it with those filthy hands." Amina stepped closer, her expression twisted with contempt. "You worthless old hag. You shuffle around like you've lost your sight. People like you belong locked away at home." Zainab grabbed Amina's shoulder. "Amina, that's enough," she pleaded. "Don't touch me." Amina jerked away. "And you," she pointed at Mama Fotu, "you think your age gives you permission to do whatever you please. I'm sick of you poverty-stricken people thinking you can disrespect me." "My child, truly, I meant no harm." Mama Fotu's voice was gentle and frightened. "I am not your child." Amina shrieked. Then it happened. Before anyone could intervene, Amina raised her palm and struck Mama Fotu hard across the face. The sharp crack echoed through the market. Mama Fotu staggered backward. Her hand flew to her cheek. Her bag stumbled down. Yams scattered across the ground. Complete silence. Nobody breathed. Beatrice gasped, covering her mouth. "Amina, what have you done?" Zainab whispered in horror. Papa Sese, an elderly fishmonger, stepped forward with fury in his eyes. "Young lady, have you completely lost your senses? You struck Mama Fotu." Other market people gathered, their faces showing shock and anger. "She should have been more careful," Amina shouted, though her voice now wavered. "That woman could be your grandmother," a cloth seller yelled. Mama Fatu stood there as tears streamed down her weathered face. She touched her reddened cheek. She looked at Amina with profound sadness. May the Almighty forgive you, Mama Fatu whispered softly. She bent down slowly to gather her yams. Her entire frame shook. Let me help you, Mama. Beatrice quickly knelt beside her. Amina tossed her braids. Let's leave, Zainab. I refuse to remain in this filthy dump. But Zainab stood frozen, tears forming in her eyes. Amina, how could you? Oh, spare me. Amina spun around and marched out of the market rapidly. Everyone remained in shock silence. Papa Sese shook his head sadly. That girl has disgraced herself. Mark my words, what you sow, you shall reap. Amina arrived home to their magnificent estate in Congo Town. She was still fuming. The house stood 3 stories high with impressive architecture. Luxury vehicles filled the driveway. Her mother, Mrs. Sese, was in the parlor arranging orchids in a crystal vase. Mommy, you won't believe what some old beggar did to my Amina. Your father wants you in his study immediately. Her mother's tone was icy. Her face showed no emotion. What? Why? I just arrived, now, Amina. Something in her mother's voice sent chills down Amina's spine. She walked slowly toward her father's study, her earlier confidence evaporating. Mr. Sese sat behind his massive mahogany desk. His mobile phone lay before him. His face was granite. Daddy, sit down. His voice was dangerously quiet. Amina sat. I received 4 phone calls within the past 2 hours. 4 different people. Each one told me the identical story, that my daughter, my only child, assaulted an elderly woman in the marketplace. He paused. Tell me they're mistaken. Amina's throat went dry. She damaged my gown, Daddy. She wasn't paying attention. Mr. Sese slammed his fist on the desk. Amina jumped. So you did it. You actually struck an elder. But Daddy, there are no buts. He rose to his full height. Do you have any idea who Mama Fatu is? Do you? Amina remained silent. She was my mother's dearest companion. She helped my mother when we had absolutely nothing. And you? You. He was too enraged to continue. Amina felt genuine terror now. I had no idea. Of course you didn't. You know nothing except how to waste money and belittle people. Mr. Sese walked to the window, his back to her. Your mother and I have failed you. We provided everything, and you became this stranger I don't recognize. Daddy, I'm truly sorry. You're about to discover what sorry actually means. He turned to face her. I lost my largest client today. Mr. Davis. He accounts for 40% of my revenue. Do you know why? Amina shook her head, tears beginning to fall. Because his wife witnessed everything. She informed him she refuses to conduct business with a man who raised such a disrespectful child. Mr. Sese's voice cracked with pain. I invested years cultivating that relationship. Gone. Because of you. Daddy, please, no. I'll apologize to them. It's too late now. He sank into his chair, suddenly looking exhausted. Go to your room. I cannot bear to look at you. The next morning, Amina woke to raised voices downstairs. She crept quietly to the staircase and listened. They cannot do this. I've dedicated 16 years to that firm. Her father's voice was desperate. The decision is final, darling. After what happened, the video has gone viral. Everyone's seen it. Her mother sounded utterly drained. Video? What video? Amina whispered. She grabbed her phone and opened Facebook. Her blood ran cold. The top trending video read, Rich girl assaults elderly woman in market, shocking. Someone had recorded everything. The video had 75,000 shares. The comments were brutal. This girl needs to learn humility. Her parents completely failed her. Karma will find her. I recognize her father. He owns Sese Enterprises. Boycott his business. Amina's hands shook violently. She checked Instagram. The same video. The same vicious comments. Her personal account was flooded with thousands of hateful messages. A loud crash came from downstairs. Amina raced down. Her father stood in the living room. A ceramic sculpture lay shattered on the floor. Her mother sobbed on the couch. "Daddy, what's happening?" He turned to her with bloodshot eyes. Everything has collapsed." His voice was hollow. "I've been terminated from my own company. The company I built from nothing. The board claims I'm damaging to the brand. Because of you. No, this can't be." Amina felt her legs buckle. "And there's more." Her mother looked up, mascara streaking down her face. The bank called. "Mr. Williams has cancelled our credit facility. Without those funds, we cannot meet our obligations. We may lose this house." Amina collapsed to her knees. This cannot be happening. It was just one slap. Just one slap. Her father's voice was like ice. "You struck an elder. In our culture, that is among the gravest offenses. And you committed it publicly, with witnesses." A knock sounded at the door. Mr. Sese opened it to find their neighbor, Mr. Korma, with his daughter, Mariama. Both looked uncomfortable. "Brother Sese, I regret coming at such a time." Mr. Korma shifted awkwardly, "But I must inform you, the community council met last night. They've decided your family cannot participate in community functions until this situation is addressed." "What?" Mrs. Sese stood abruptly. Mariama, who was Amina's age, stepped forward. "Amina, I thought we were close friends, but after what you did, I cannot associate with you anymore. My parents have forbidden it." She looked genuinely apologetic. "I'm sorry." They departed. Amina sat on the floor, weeping. "I didn't realize. I didn't know it would become this." "That's precisely the problem," her father said quietly. "You never consider anyone beyond yourself." Days turned into weeks. The situation deteriorated. Amina tried visiting her favorite cafe. The owner, Auntie Hawa, blocked her entrance. "I'm sorry, Amina. You're not welcome here." "What? Why?" "I watched the video. My mother is elderly like Mama Fotu. If you can do that to her, I don't want you near my establishment." Auntie Hawa crossed her arms. "Please leave." Amina walked away, humiliated. At home, everything was falling apart. The electricity was disconnected due to non-payment. Their backup generator was sold to raise cash. Her father sat in the darkened living room daily, barely speaking. Her mother stopped wearing jewelry. She stopped attending her social club. The shame was too great. One evening, Zainab visited. She looked worried. "Amina, I came to check on you. How are you managing?" Amina almost laughed bitterly. "Do I appear fine?" "I've lost everything, Zainab. My friends, my reputation, my family's wealth, everything. I know. And I'm deeply sorry." "But Amina, have you apologized to Mama Fotu?" "What's the point? Nothing will change. It might not change public opinion, but it could change your heart." Zainab sat beside her. The Amina I knew before all the wealth and arrogance, she was caring. She was warm. "Where did she go?" Amina began sobbing. "I don't know. I don't know anymore." That night, sleep evaded Amina. She kept seeing Mama Fotu's face, the sorrow in her eyes, the trembling as she collected her scattered yams. The next morning, Amina made a decision. She walked to the market early, dressed simply now. No jewelry, no makeup. Her designer clothes had been sold to help cover expenses. People stared as she passed. Some pointed. Others whispered. She found Beatrice at her produce stand. Beatrice, please. I need to know where Mama Fotu lives. Beatrice regarded her coldly. Why? To hurt her again? No. I need to apologize. Please. Beatrice studied her face for a long moment. She lives in New Crew Town. The small blue house near the community well. Thank you. But if you're going there to cause more pain, I won't. I promise. Amina walked for 90 minutes to New Crew Town. The neighborhood was impoverished. The houses were tiny. Children played in unpaved streets. It was wards away from Congo Town. She found the blue house. It was minuscule. The paint was peeling, but the small garden was tidy and well kept. Amina knocked softly. The door opened. Mama Fotu stood there. Her eyes widened in recognition. You. Mama Fotu, please. I know I don't deserve even a moment of your time, but please, may I speak with you? Amina's voice broke. Mama Fotu looked at her for what felt like an eternity. Then she stepped aside. Come in. The interior was modest but immaculate. Family photographs adorned the walls. A small electric fan. Simple furniture. Yet it felt like a true home. They sat. Amina couldn't contain it any longer. She broke down completely. Mama, I'm so terribly sorry. So sorry for what I did. What I did was inexcusable. It was cruel. It was evil. You didn't deserve that treatment. No one deserves that. Mama Fotu sat quietly, hands folded. I was consumed by pride. Drunk on arrogance. I believed that because my family had money, I was superior to everyone. But I was so wrong. Completely wrong. Amina wiped her streaming tears. My family has lost everything now. My father lost his position. We are about to lose our home. Everyone despises us. And it's entirely my fault. So you came because you're suffering. Mama Fotu's voice was gentle but firm. No, I mean, yes, we are suffering terribly. But I came because I finally understand. What I did to you was monstrous. Whether or not consequences befell me, I should never have treated you that way. I should never have treated anyone that way. Mama Fotu's eyes softened slightly. I cannot undo what I did. But I want you to know, I'm genuinely sorry from the depths of my heart. And I understand if you can never forgive me. Amina stood to leave. Sit down, child. Amina sat. Mama Fotu took a deep breath. When you struck me that day, it wounded me. Not just my face, my spirit. I thought about all the young people I've helped raise in this community. I wondered where we failed. You didn't fail, Mama. My parents and I did. Your father is a good man. I've known him since he was a small boy. His mother, my dear friend Jenna, she would be heartbroken to witness what transpired. I know. He told me you were his mother's closest friend. I'm sorry I didn't know. I'm sorry I didn't bother to ask. I'm sorry I didn't care. Mama Fotu reached out and took Amina's hand. Child, I forgive you. Amina looked up, stunned. What? But how? Why? Because harboring anger in my heart only wounds me. And because I see that you've learned from this pain. Have you? Yes, Mama. I've learned that pride destroys everything good. I've learned that respect has nothing to do with wealth. I've learned that how you treat people defines who you are. Amina squeezed her hand. I've learned that I was a terrible human being. But I want to change. Good. Then something valuable came from something terrible. Mama Fotu smiled gently. But Amina, forgiveness doesn't mean everything returns to how it was. You must rebuild. You must demonstrate through your actions that you've truly changed. I will, Mama. I promise you I will. They talked for hours. Mama Fotu shared her life story, losing her husband young, raising 6 children alone, maintaining kindness even when life was harsh. When Amina left, something fundamental had shifted inside her. The following weeks were challenging. Amina found work at a small convenience store. The wages were minimal, but she worked diligently. She was courteous to customers. She assisted elderly shoppers with their parcels. Initially, people were suspicious. They assumed she was pretending. But she persisted. Every evening, she visited Mama Fotu. She helped her fetch water. She swept her compound. She ran errands. Mama, let me prepare dinner tonight, Amina offered one evening. You know how to cook? Mama Fotu looked surprised. No. But I want to learn. Mama Fotu laughed, the first time Amina had heard that sound. Very well, child. Let me teach you. Slowly, gradually, things began to shift. One day, Beatrice observed Amina assisting Mama Fotu at the market. She watched for several minutes, then approached. You've been coming here every single day for 6 weeks. Yes, Amina said simply. Why? Because I have much to atone for. And because Mama Fotu is teaching me things I never learned, like compassion, like patience, like what truly matters in life. Beatrice studied her face. Then she nodded slowly. All right. Perhaps you really are changing. It wasn't friendship yet. But it was a beginning. At home, Amina's father was still struggling financially, but he noticed how his daughter had transformed. One night at dinner, a simple meal of rice and beans, he spoke. Amina. Yes, Daddy. I'm proud of you. Amina looked up, tears filling her eyes. Really? Yes. What you did was gravely wrong. But how you've handled the aftermath, that requires genuine courage. That reveals true character. I learned from the best, Daddy. You always taught me correctly. I just wasn't listening. Mrs. Sese reached over and squeezed Amina's hand. For months after the incident, something unexpected occurred. Mr. Davis, the client who had severed ties with Mr. Sese, appeared at their modest rental house. Mr. Davis. Mr. Sese opened the door, astonished. Brother Sese, may we talk? They sat in the sparsely furnished living room. Most of their expensive furniture had been sold. I came to apologize, Mr. Davis began. You're apologizing. But I'm the one, let me finish. My wife told me what your daughter did. I was furious. Absolutely furious. I terminated our business relationship immediately. He paused. But then, 3 weeks ago, I saw your daughter at the market. She was helping Mama Fotu carry groceries. She was kind to everyone. She was working hard at that little shop. Mr. Sese nodded. She's genuinely trying to change. And she has changed. My wife encounters her weekly now. She says it's like observing a completely different person. Mr. Davis leaned forward. We all make mistakes, Brother Sese. What matters is our response afterward. Your daughter confronted her mistake directly. She didn't flee. She didn't make excuses. She's doing the hard work of transformation. That's admirable. I want to resume our business partnership. More than that, I want to help you rebuild. You're a good man. You raised a daughter who, despite falling, had the strength to rise again. Mr. Sese's eyes filled with tears. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. 7 months had passed since that terrible day in the market. The community was holding a town hall meeting. Everyone was invited. Amina sat beside Mama Fotu. She had requested permission to address the gathering, and the elders had agreed. When her turn came, Amina stood. Her hands trembled, but her voice was steady. Elders, mothers, fathers, neighbors, friends. 7 months ago, I committed something terrible. I assaulted Mama Fotu in the marketplace. I was arrogant, disrespectful, and cruel. I believed I was superior to everyone because my family had wealth. Everyone listened in silence. I'm not here to make excuses. What I did was unforgivable. But I want to share what I've learned since then. I learned that respect isn't about money or designer clothes. It's about how you treat people. I learned that pride destroys everything valuable in your life. I learned that being kind is harder than being cruel, but it's the only way to truly live. She looked at Mama Fotu. Mama Fotu forgave me when I didn't deserve it. She taught me what it means to be a decent human being. She showed me that transformation is possible if you genuinely want it. Amina turned back to the assembly. I know some of you still don't trust me. I understand completely. I must earn that trust back through my actions, not my words. But I promise you, I'm not the same girl who struck an elder 7 months ago. That girl is gone. And I'll spend the rest of my life being better than she was. She sat down. The room was silent for a moment. Then Papa Sese stood. This young woman has taught us something important. She's shown us that even when someone falls to their lowest point, they can rise again. She's demonstrated that genuine change is possible. One by one, others stood and spoke. Some shared how they'd witnessed Amina helping at the market. Others mentioned how she was gentle with their children. Beatrice stood and said Amina had become a genuine friend. Finally, the head elder stood. Amina Sese, you brought disgrace upon yourself and your family. But you've worked tirelessly to restore your honor. This community forgives you. Welcome back. People applauded. Some wept. Mama Fotu embraced Amina tightly. You did it, my daughter. You truly did it. A year had passed. The Sese family had relocated to a smaller home. They didn't possess the wealth they once had, but they were genuinely happy. Mr. Sese's business was recovering. Not as large as before, but stable and growing. Mrs. Sese had begun mentoring young women about respect and humility. She used her daughter's journey to help others learn. And Amina was now attending university, studying social work. She wanted to help young people avoid the mistakes she'd made. Every weekend, she still visited Mama Fotu. This Saturday, they sat in Mama Fotu's little garden, drinking fresh ginger tea. Mama, I have something to tell you, Amina said. What is it, my dear? I'm launching a program at my university. It's called Dignity and Humility. We are going to teach students about treating people with respect, about how arrogance can destroy you, about how true strength lies in kindness. Mama Fotu's smile widened. That's wonderful, Amina. I'm incredibly proud of you. I want to name it after you. The Mama Fotu Youth Development Initiative. Tears filled the elderly woman's eyes. Me? But I'm just an ordinary. You're not ordinary at all, Mama. You're the woman who saved my life. You forgave me when you had every right not to. You taught me everything that truly matters. You deserve this honor. They embraced for a long time. Later that evening, Amina walked home through the market. People waved at her now. They smiled warmly. Children ran to hug her. She reflected on that horrific day 1 year ago, the slap that changed everything. She thought about how she'd lost everything, her pride, her wealth, her friends, her reputation. But she'd gained something far more valuable. She'd gained wisdom. She'd gained humility. She'd gained genuine relationships built on mutual respect, not fear. She'd gained her true self. As the sun set over Monrovia, Amina smiled. She was different now, better, kinder, stronger. She had learned the hard way that how you treat people reveals who you are. That respect is earned through actions, not demanded through status. That forgiveness is possible, but you must work to deserve it. Most importantly, she learned that it's never too late to change. It's never too late to become a better person. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Also, comment the country you are watching this from. Bye for now.